Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, hello, me again. Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Nard, coming to you live from Game Out Loud TV. We're here releasing and unboxing the Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition. I myself am stoked. I've been an Xbox Microsoft fan since 2001 when the original giant boulder came out. You could barely plug in the controller and you had to buy some sort of jetpack to even get the wireless one to work. First off, talking about the box, it's beautiful. Love the way it looks. It's sleek, it's sexy. It's got this nice appeal to it. It's like a hottie that you're seeing across the street at the coffee shop. I mean, you just can't keep your eyes off it, but your coffee's too hot to drink anyway, so you're just enjoying the view. But really what I'm excited about is to see how tiny this actually is compared to the Xbox 360 and as well to the Xbox One. So let's go ahead. I haven't even opened it yet. I have my handy dandy scissors.
Handy dandy scissors.
So let's go ahead and get this going. So we'll crack it open like a nice cold brew. So let's go ahead and rip into this. So I don't know if you can see this, but it's already got the Xbox One X logo on here. You got an Xbox Game Pass for getting started and an Xbox Live Gold bonus. I'll slide that out, we're not even worried about it. So let's go ahead and get this baby cracking. It looks like, I'm not even sure what this is. It looks like a hot laptop, but it's not. I guess this would be a stand of some sort if you wanted to place it upright, but we're not too concerned about that. So let's go ahead and unbox this beast. Sliding all sorts of stuff out. It's a mess over here, but we're having a good time. So it kind of looks like a TIE fighter from Star Wars. I don't know if you know what those look like. It's got those big black wings on the side. So this is a cool way to present it. But you can tell, I mean, this thing is just a gorgeous piece of technology if I put it on here. I mean, it is paper thin. It's marketably skinnier than the Xbox 360. It's got a nice set of 2 HDMI ports on the back. You got your power cord right here. You have your in and out. If you use a headset or any sort of boost for a microphone, or if you use a sound bar, and then you have 2 USB ports, and if you still want to hardwire yourself into the internet, you can do so. So obviously you get an HDMI cord, pretty simple, it's 4K compatible. The one thing that actually gets me pretty emotional is if you notice that this is actually the power cord, there's no brick. So there's no physical box, nothing of which you need to like crouch into a corner, plug in twice. It's a done deal. And the reason it gets me emotional is because this is a step forward for Xbox forever. There will be no power brick on from here on out. It was confirmed on Unlocked by one of the Xbox One X producers and one of the main marketers as well. So that's a done deal. So that's actually beautiful and I love it. The last thing I think that's concluded in here is the Xbox One X Project Scorpio controller. I actually have one already unwrapped. If you take a good look here, it's an Xbox One X Project Scorpio controller. The one thing that really gets me going with that controller is I actually have an Elite as well. The Elite actually has some sort of similar grips. It's hard to tell maybe on camera, but if you feel the controller itself, it actually has the same textured grips on the back of the Project Scorpio controller, which I really appreciate. So that's something that I think that was a really nice touch that they added on for people who went out of their way to get it. The stand is awfully flimsy. I don't recommend putting it on a stand for a couple reasons. If you bump into the table, you're overweight and you smash something. If your gravitational pull happens to knock it to one way, you're just gonna have too much of a hard time. Myself, I'm a clumsy guy, I knock things over, I bump into the table. If you have a cat, a dog, an ostrich, anything like that, it's probably gonna knock this thing over. I'd lay it flat. The water cooling system in here probably doesn't do well on an angle, so I would just let it go. I think it's beautiful as is. Most importantly, the one thing that really brings me to this like warm sense of satisfaction with this Xbox is the fact that when you're staring at it, you're looking at the newest modern piece of technology. I mean, this is the real deal. We are talking like the Cadillac, the Lamborghinis of Xboxes. So there's little things I noticed, like, so for instance, you can find like little details. So if you look at like the pistol, you can kind of see some of the grainy details, which is nice. Even if you look out here, like, look at the definition of the water. I mean, it's spectacular. Just taking a look at like how you can physically see waves rippling and it crashing the shore. Like, that's a really nice detail. So I want you guys to understand something. You are on a camera behind me, zoomed in on a television. It's really hard to kind of immerse yourself and get the true 4K experience. Just imagine what you're seeing, because nothing you see online will truly produce the picture. If you watch a YouTube video, even if it's rendered in 4K, it's still not going to give you the feeling of which I'm looking at right now. I mean, this is spectacular. It's mind-boggling. You take that feeling and what you can see right now in 4K and even the production of your screen or computer at home, and times it by 50, times it by 100, because the quality of which you're looking at right now is on a whole nother level. It's years advanced from now. I mean, you are looking at almost alien technology. That's how high tech this stuff is. I mean, the graphics are mind-boggling. The picture is prime, it's loaded. You can look at like the fire sequence up top. You can look at the grass blades. I mean, they have gone full out into detail with production.
You know, final impressions on this. Number one, I started playing on Xbox 2001 when it first came out. The thing that brought me to Xbox was Halo. Obviously, I'm sure that's the case for a lot of you. The biggest thing is the change in how Microsoft, and I'm not paid by Microsoft. I'm a normal gamer just like you and I. I just have a passion for this product. You know, I've had a PlayStation, brought it back to the store. However, I truly think that this 2017 is the turn that Microsoft is making to get ahead of Sony PlayStation. And I'm not being a fanboy, this is just what I see. They have put all of their power into the consumer. The consumers were bitching at first. They didn't like the VCR look of the Xbox. It was huge, it was heavy. You had to be online at all times to play games. They messed up at first. They turned that ship around and they fixed it quick. And now we're here, you know, 5 years later with the Project Scorpio Xbox X, the most powerful console in the world. This thing packs a punch. And the fact that on the inside it's nitrogen cooled, I've never heard that before. That sounds like some scientist from like Dexter's lab was cooking up some and putting this contraption together. I don't know how it's done. There is no fans in this console. It is dead silent. It's unbelievable, and the power that it's pushing out. You know, last impressions, if you have a 4K TV, this is a must buy. Even if you have a 1080p, definitely still get it. It's gonna up-res everything. It's gonna look a lot nicer. Highly recommend this product, and I will be enjoying this for many years to come. So this is your future proof. You know, I don't think Microsoft is gonna be coming out with another console in a while, because this is as powerful as you can get. And developers have just scratched the surface of what they can do with this thing. You know, they haven't even pushed it yet. This is just a tiny fragment of what they're gonna do. I would wait for the game Anthem to come out in 2018, probably like late 2018. That game is gonna blow people out of the water, and that's specifically going to be made for this console. It's not exclusive, however, but it's specifically gonna be made to push this console to the limit, and just wait for that. If you're an early adopter, congratulations, you have the most powerful console. If you're not set on it yet, that's fine. Play your Xbox. If you have an Xbox One S, use that too. It's a great console. But when you're ready, when you make the jump, you will notice a difference, and you will be sure damn proud that you have this console. So with that being said, this is Game Out Loud TV, and thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch you with another video soon. Take care.